The last in and out they come, and he's just about the first out as well. Shergar setting off in the lead. Shergar, not American bred. In fact, 4 of these colts are, and including the big 2 Recitation and Robolino, and in fact 7 of the last 8 winners of this well-established race were American bred. But it's Shergar representing the home side in the lead, followed by Belldale Flutter in second. Leicester has Shergar settling down in third, followed by Recitation 4. John Matthias has the favourite Robolino up on the outside, 5. And then comes Norman Style, and finally the 50-to-1 outsider, Admiral's Heir. They've come just about 3 furlongs now, and it's still Ernie Johnson on Shergar in the lead from Pat Edry with Belldale Flutter 2. Right on the rail, spot the white blaze on the face of Shergar. Then Robolino with the noseband being pushed a little wide there, I thought, by Recitation. Then comes Admiral's Heir, and just last is Norman Style. They're into the final straight and approaching the 4-furlong pole, which is the halfway point of this William Hill Futurity. There it is. It's still Shergar 1, Belldale Flutter 2. Shergar being switched towards the outside for a run in third. Then comes 4 Recitation, really bowling along well now. Robolino at the back and struggling a bit with John Matthias. Inside the final 3 furlongs, it's still Shergar from Belldale Flutter looking rail danger now too. Here comes Recitation and Shergar as they race towards the final 2 furlongs. And Belldale Flutter now on terms with Shergar, and Pat Edry has got a good run on him now, and it's Belldale Flutter in front, Shergar going well. Recitation struggling a bit on the near side. Robolino, the favourite, surely has got no chance unless he can sprout wings, and he can't inside the last furlong. And it's Belldale Flutter and Pat Edry clear now of Shergar. Leicester Pickett second, and it's between these 2 former champion jockeys. Pat Edry and Belldale Flutter going to get the upper hand, and racing up towards the line. Belldale Flutter wins the William Hill Futurity up the line. Belldale Flutter the winner, Shergar second, and Shergar third, Recitation fourth. 5 the outsider, Admiral's Heir, and 6 was Robolino. A very disappointing run by the 7-4 favourite.
Last of the 8 is King's General, and they're just under a mile from home now, with Shergar the leader from Lombardy in second place. Shergar's in third place, Kirtling fourth, Capstan fifth, Krug in sixth, Welsh Reel seventh, and King's General in 8th place. And they're about 6.5 furlongs from home, getting towards the end of the far straight and going a pretty good gallop, with Shergar continuing the lead from Lombardy and Shergar, and then Kirtling on the outside in 4th. On the inside of that is Capstan in 5th, followed by Krug, Welsh Reel, and King's General, who's just beginning to improve, having been last up to now. And as they run round towards the straight, they're good 4.5 furlongs from home. Shergar continuing to lead only by 3/4 of a length from Lombardy, and then Shergar, Kirtling, then King's General, then comes Capstan, and the last 2 are Welsh Reel and Krug. As the leaders come, the field comes into the straight now. 3.5 furlongs from home. Shergar over on the far rails. Shergar right up with it. That's the one with the very white face. Then comes Lombardy, then Kirtling a bit wider, then King's General wider still. 2.5 furlongs from home. It's Shergar now in the lead from Kirtling and King's General, and Shergar on the rails. 2 furlongs from home now, with Shergar the leader from Shergar, and then comes Kirtling and then King's General, but it's Shergar who's opening up a gap of 4 lengths now as they come into the final furlong, and Shergar is going well clear and continuing to go away. He's going to win by a big margin. Shergar going a long way clear now. Race for second place between Kirtling and King's General, and then comes Shergar.
stalled for the 1981 Irish Sweeps Derby. That's it. They're all in, under starters' orders, and they're away. And away to a good even break with cut above on the inside. The first to show, Shergar, right up with him too in the early stages. Wolver Heights is the back marker, and it's cut above from Baz Bombatti and Shergar. Then comes Jolier and Kirtling. Behind them, Gap of Dunlow. Behind Gap of Dunlow is Crowned Hare, and then comes Orr. Then Dance Bid, Bastinetto and Wolver Heights. And cut above, Willie Carson making it from Shergar on the inside of Baz Bombatti with Jolier up there, and then comes Kirtling and Crowned Hare. Behind Crowned Hare is Gap of Dunlow, then Dance Bid and Orr, and then Young Kildare, and the back markers of the stable companions, Bastinetto and Wolver Heights. And still Willie Carson making it on cut above from Jolier. Leicester on the inside, close on Shergar. Towards Shergar's outside is Kirtling. Just on the outside of them come Crowned Hare, and then Baz Bombatti, Wolver Heights and Bastinetto are still the back markers. They've passed the 7 furlong pole, still cut above in the lead from Jolier. Then on the inside, Shergar. On Shergar's outside is Kirtling, making a forward move there. Just in behind them, Crowned Hare. Behind Crowned Hare is Gap of Dunlow. Orr is dropping back. Wolver Heights is the back marker. They're racing towards the 6 furlong pole, and as they do so, it's still cut above in the lead for England. From Kirtling also for England in second. Shergar for England is third. Then comes Crowned Hare on the outside. Young Kildare's not far behind the leaders. Then Jolier, then Dance Bid. Baz Bombatti has dropped back to last. Race towards the half-mile pole now, and as they do so, it's still on the inside. Willie Carson on cut above from Pat Edery on Kirtling. Just in behind them comes Shergar. Then Orr making good progress. Just in behind them, they're rounding the home turn now into the straight. 3 furlongs to run, and Shergar has come there to take it up. Shergar and Lester Piggott towards the right of the picture now has taken up running from Kirtling, cut above. Then comes Orr. Behind Orr and making good ground is Gap of Dunlow. They're inside the final 2 furlongs, and Shergar has streaked into the lead from Kirtling in second. Then comes Gap of Dunlow producing a good run, cut above, hanging on over on the far side, but racing down to the furlong pole now, lengthening his stride. Lester Piggott looking over his left shoulder, sees no possible danger whatsoever, striding up to win this. Ears pricked, he's only in an exercise canter. He's won the Irish Sweeps Derby in a canter. Second cut above and third Gap of Dunlow. 4 is Kirtling and then Orr. Behind them, the third rather was Dance Bid. 4 then comes Gap of Dunlow. The 1, 2, 3, Shergar, cut above and Dance Bid. They're the 1, 2, 3 in the Irish Sweeps Derby, and what an amazingly comfortable triumph for Shergar. He just cantered to the front towards the half-mile mark, and as they do so, Master Willie goes up on the outside of Light Cavalry. Shergar on the inside, then Madam Gay. Behind Madam Gay is Fingal's Cave. Pellerin is losing ground, then comes Crackerbell. They're racing towards the home turn, and it's Master Willie and Light Cavalry. Master Willie going on now from Light Cavalry. Madam Gay's moved round on the outside of Shergar. Shergar in 4th place now as they race towards the home turn. Crackerbell's improved into 5th, and Master Willie going for home now. It's Master Willie with the advantage over Light Cavalry. Walter Swinburne slipped through on the rails on Shergar, but it's Master Willie with the advantage. Madam Gay coming there strongly on the stand side. Shergar making ground over on the far side now, racing down towards the furlong pole, and Shergar, the 3-year-old, burst through to take it up on the far side. It's Shergar now from Madam Gay. Master Willie, Fingal's Cave putting in a good run, but as they race into the closing stages, Shergar lengthing in his stride is going to win it in tremendous style. Shergar striding up to the line from Madam Gay and Fingal's Cave, and at the line, Shergar wins it. Madam Gay and Fingal's Cave in a photo for second and third.
But sentiment says I'd like Leicester to win.
205th St Leger, here we go.
And they're on their way. And as they begin to settle down, it's Magic King going on from Bastomi. Then comes Glint of Gold in 3rd place and cut above 4th, and then Shergar just on the outside of Riberetto, but on the inside of Brigadier Hawk. And they're going a very, very true gallop indeed, with Magic King in the lead, from Bastomi in 2nd place, and then Glint of Gold 3rd, then comes cut above, then Shergar, then Riberetto, and the back marker who is already Brigadier Hawk, with Magickin in the lead, from Bastomi in 2nd place. Magickin, Bastomi, then comes Glint of Gold and cut above, and Riberetto and Shergar and Brigadier Hawk. Magickin in the lead, from Bastomi in 2nd place, then Glint of Gold is 3rd and cut above 4th. Then Riberetto is 5th, and you can see Shergar just to the right of the picture on the outside of that one. The only one not in the picture at this stage is the rank outside of Brigadier Hawk. But Magickin in the lead by 2 lengths from Bastomi in second. Then in third is Glint of Gold. Fourth now cut above. Fifth is Riberetto. Then behind that one comes Shergar and Brigadier Hawk tailed off. And they continue their journey down the far side of the track with Magickin in the lead from Bastomi in second place. Magickin in the lead from Bastoni in second. Then Glint of Gold is third, and behind Glint of Gold on the inside is Cut Above. On the outside of Cut Above is Shergar. On the inside of Shergar races Riberetto and Brigadier Hawk tailed off. It's Magickin in the lead from Bastomi in second place. Magickin the leader, Bastomi second, Glint of Gold third, and then Shergar beginning to make up ground on the outside to dispute fourth place now as they continue their journey down the far side. And Shergar going into fourth place just on the quarters of Glint of Gold, who is third behind Bastomi second, who is moving up on the inside of Magickin. So the race really on now as Bastomi, Lester Piggott takes up the running from Glint of Gold in second. Shergar is third, and then Cut Above is fourth. The pacemaker has done his bit, is dropping back. Riberetto is next, and Brigadier Hawk getting back into the picture now as they begin the turn into the home straight. It's Bastomi in the lead from Glint of Gold second, then Shergar moving well up on the outside is third. Cut Above is fourth and Brigadier Hawk fifth, and the other two are beginning to lose touch. Just over 4 furlongs to go. Turning into the home straight in the St. Leger. Glint of Gold on the outside of Bastomi. Shergar spot his white face and his tongue hanging out as usual, but just in behind these comes Cut Above. They've got 3.5 furlongs to go in the St. Leger, and Lester Piggott bidding for his 8th St. Leger in the lead on Bastomi. Glint of Gold coming. So up on the outside is Shergar. 3 furlongs left to go. Bastomi, Glint of Gold, Shergar, Cut Above. Developing into a 4-horse race this. Just over 2.5 furlongs to go. Bastomi, Glint of Gold, Shergar, Walter Swinburne asking that one to Pickett, who's not finding an awful lot as Glint of Gold takes it up. 2 furlongs to go. Glint of Gold, Bastomi, Cut Above and Shergar. Shergar under pressure now with 2 furlongs left to go, and he's losing touch. 1.5 furlongs to go. Glint of Gold, Bastomi, Cut Above. Shergar is beaten in the St. Leger. Over a furlong to go. Glint of Gold in the lead from Cut Above, who's finishing strongly, and Cut Above comes through to take it up. Cut Above from Glint of Gold, Bastomi and Shergar coming well inside the final half furlong. Cut Above coming up toward the line, drawing away, coming up toward the line. Cut Above is going to win it at the line. Cut Above the winner, Glint of Gold second. Bastomi is third, Shergar only fourth. With a long gap to Brigadier Hawk, an even bigger one to Riberetto, and Magickin is tailed off. And so a major upset this in the St. Leger. Victory has gone to number 3, Cut Above. Owned by Sir John Astor, trained at West Hillsley by Major Dick Hearn, bred by Sir John Astor and ridden by Joe Mercer. Second is number 4, Glint of Gold, ridden by John Mathias. Third is number 2, Bastomi, ridden by Lester Piggott. And sensationally, Shergar, the odds-on favourite, the shortest price favourite since the Jinsky won a few years back, is only 4th. Well, this is a major turn-up for the book, because don't forget...
Appearance, there was just one ransom demand for £40,000. Not perhaps a joke call, but certainly a joke price. Shergar was valued at £10 million at stud, and the syndicate that owns him has just upped the ante. They're suing the county of Kildare, where he disappeared, for $20 million to include his lost stud fees. Meanwhile, the owners of 55 mares booked to breed with the lost hero are more